Hi, so I'm going to show you how to do the c2c corner to corner in a round. So normally the corner to corner looks like this, so this would be a starting corner and you'd carry your pattern through. But I've changed mine because I was going to create 4 corners or 4 squares and join them all together. And now I'm doing all 4 squares at the same time. And this is how I'm going to show you, because if you can see, this is still the c2c pattern. It's just done in the round. Okay, the video I learnt off does it so that you will have 2 here, but I've worked a way to do it so you'll still have the 3 trebles of a normal c2c, so it looks like a complete c2c. There's no visual joins of any sort. Anywho, rambling. So I'm going to get my yarn. I'm using Aran with a 5mm. Okay, so I'm going to make my slip knot. Make that however way you find easiest. And I'm going to set my hook. Pull out some more yarn. And we're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and just like normal we're going to treble crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. That's UK treble. In the US that would be a double crochet, and we're going to treble in each stitch or chain down, so we should have 4 trebles now, as opposed to the usual 3 trebles with a c2c. So that's 1 treble in each chain. Okay, so that would be your first block normally, and then you'd go up and you'd work down, but we're going to work in the round. So now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and into this 4th treble that we made I'm going to do 4 trebles again. So straight into that treble as if it was a chain. I'm going to make 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to take off, and oops, sorry if I'm going too fast for any beginners, and 4. Okay, so that's your first block and your second block. Okay, so again we're going to create the next section, so we're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and into this 4th treble we're going to do the next 4 trebles. So straight in as if it was a chain 3 space of a normal c2c. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 3 of your 4 blocks complete. Okay, so now we're going to chain 3 for the last block. 1, 2, 3, and we're only going to put 3 trebles into this section. And you're going to put 3 trebles into this 4th treble now. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 like a normal c2c, and that is your first section done. Okay, it will look a bit holy, but it'll settle out. Okay, so to go on to the next round, we're going to chain 6 like a normal one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to make this block like a normal C2C, so we're going to treble into the 4th chain from the hook, and the following 2. One and 2. And again, like a normal C2C, we're going to flip it, and we're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 here. Okay. Ooh. And now we're going to create this ones section, so we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put 4 trebles in this spot. So in this chain space we're going to make 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to put 3 trebles into this 4th treble here. One, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 here, and we're going to repeat that for these rows as well, for these 2. So we're going to chain 3 and do 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and to make the next block, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do 3 trebles into this 4th treble. Fold out my way. 1, 2, sorry, it's wrapping around my finger. 3. Okay, and again we're going to slip stitch into this one and repeat. So chain 3, 4 trebles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3 and put 3 trebles into this treble here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to join it to this chain space here, and we're back at the beginning, so we need to chain 3 and make 3 trebles into this chain space. 2 and 3. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain 3. Okay, and that is round 2. Okay, now no matter how big you are now, you'll always have 2 here. and that's where you would always do your 4 trebles. On these ones you would do 3 trebles. Let's see if I can get one out to show you. Here, that's my beginning, there's no point showing you that. Here, look, I'll always have 2 here, and when I get to this one here I'll always do 4 trebles here so that I've got a space for this, otherwise I'd end up with 2 here and it just doesn't look right, I feel, because it's the 3 block that makes a c2c look like a c2c. Okay, I'll have 2 and 2, but the rows get wider like a normal c2c, because these little ones here are the triangles of a c2c joining. So that's 1/2 of a c2c and that's 1/2 of a c2c. It's 4 c2cs joined together essentially. So if you wanted to do this pattern style, you wouldn't have to make 4 separate squares, then sew them together or crochet them together. You'd do it all at the same time. So I'll show you the next row just so you can see one more time how to do it. So again, to start the next round we chain 6 like normal. 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the 3rd stitch up, 4th stitch down, 2, 4. We're going to make our trebles just like a normal c2c. 1, 2, and 3. And again, like a normal c2c, we're going to flip it and slip stitch in this chain 3 space here. Okay, chain 3 and 3 trebles in this same space like a normal c2c. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll mark my double bit here so I know this is my growth of the squares, my joining of the 2 squares. So I need to chain 3 and 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once it goes through, it's 4. Okay, so we're going to chain 3 and we're going to do the 3 trebles in this 4th treble. So then we've still got our 3 treble block of a c2c. Lovely. And then I'm going to slip stitch again like a normal c2c, and then chain 3 and create a normal c2c block with 3 trebles. I'm getting my hair in it. All crochet items get extra love of hair. And then slip stitch into this one, and again it's my joining of the 2 together, so I need to chain 3 and create 4 trebles. 3 and 4. Okay, so now I'm going to chain 3 and work the 3 trebles in the 4th treble. the fourth treble is essentially a chain 3 of a normal C2C. I'm going to slip stitch into here and carry on all the way around. And again, I'm at a 2 together, meaning I'm at my 2 squares together, so I need to create the chain 3 and 4 trebles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so I'm on the last stretch now, and then I'll show you the start of the next round, and then it's the same all the way around until you've reached your desired length. When you get to the ends, you would have to decrease each side individually to keep it square. I'm planning on making mine a rectangle, so when I get to decreasing mine, if it's a different technique to decreasing, I shall film that for you as well, so that you would know how to decrease into a rectangle. I'm planning on getting better recording equipment at some stage. Okay, and I'm on my last bit because there's my beginning one. So I'm going to slip stitch and create the chain 3 and 3 trebles. Oh, dropped it. Start that bit again. 2 and 3. Okay, and then grab the chain 3 from your first block and slip stitch. Okay, that is the C2C in the round. So just grow and grow and grow, and then you decrease one side at a time. Decrease the same way as you would for a normal C2C. So we'd slip stitch these 3 here and into the chain 3, then work these 2 like normal until you got to the point, and with these to the point, so you get a square within a square. So if you changed colour here, you'd end up with a diamond inside of a square. Yeah, so to carry it on and get it larger and larger and larger, you'd chain 6, start your square like normal and flip and go up, and where you've got your 2 together, you'd 4 trebles, so that you've got a chain 3 to create the next block in. Okay, I hope this helps. If not, just leave me a comment and I will try and explain this better and see how neat the middle is. Even though it started a bit gappy, as you expand it settles down, as you can see.